So today's drill is one that we got from a friend of mine called Scott Cowkes, who was Canadian PGA Teacher of the Year and a phenomenal coach. And he talked about how when you're practicing for all shots, and that's going to include putting from 50 yards and closer, you should be hitting golf balls with this towel underneath your arms. Let's go through that. So if we're playing little 50-yard wedge shots, it's going to involve a backswing, or approximately the arms are going back sort of level with the ground to level with the ground, or you could practice some slightly shorter ones, club shaft level to club shaft level. And the idea of doing this with the towel is that we keep this, if you like, this sequence movement of the arms and the body just nicely coasting together through the ball. Occasionally, if we get rid of that for a second, the fault can be something like this, whereby that right elbow pulls up too early and just yanks the left arm across the chest, and then from there it's difficult to control the low point where the club touches the ground. So grab your bag towel, pop it under your arms, and I would just start your practice session with a few arm level with the ground shots. Just show you, so standard wedge shot, ball center, weight a hair forward, just a back and a through shot, and just getting that feeling of how the body's reacting to how the arms are moving. And then we can play a slightly shorter. I've just got a little 50-degree wedge here, so I'm just hitting some, what for me on the course would be about a 20-yard carry shot, shaft level to shaft level. And again, that's a nice feeling for me on the way through that. I'm just keeping my chest turning. And then, as we said, you can hit some little chip shots. So if you imagine just a little chip shot from off the edge of the green, this is a nice way of just making sure that the body just keeps moving and we can keep going through the ball. I think it was Nick Faldo who talked about when he played his best short game stuff, one of his thoughts was keep the chest turning. We don't want the chest to stop moving. And you can also hit some putts doing this. So if I just took my putting setup really quick and I've got my wedge in my hand, I'm just hitting some putts, just concentrating on keeping that towel in place, so that way you lose any kind of independent elbow motion. So I think that's something for you to think about if you're hitting some balls again into the net, 50 yards and closer, to make sure you're getting the towel underneath your arms for each shot.